They say when the drum speaks at midnight, someone will not see the next sunrise. Long ago, before the white man crossed the great waters, before roads split the forests, there stood a proud village called Umu-Ala, hidden between the red earth and the whispering Iroko trees. Umu-Ala was a land of farmers, hunters, and storytellers. But above all, it was a land ruled not just by men, but by tradition. At the heart of the village lived an ancient secret, the drum of Okukwe. The drum was carved from a tree struck by lightning and stretched with the skin of a sacred ram. When played, it did not produce ordinary sound, it summoned the ancestors. The elders swore an oath never to beat it again, because the last time it was played, the dead walked among the living. 50 years earlier, during the reign of Chief Namdi the Iron-Handed, a terrible drought came upon Umu-Ala. Rain was begged for, crops withered, children cried from hunger. In desperation, the drum was beaten. Rain came, but so did death. Children spoke to invisible friends, graves opened at night, and a woman gave birth to a child with no shadow. Terrified, the elders buried the drum deep in the evil forest and sealed it with blood sacrifice. And so the law was made, no man must ever awaken what sleeps beneath the soil. Years passed, chiefs died, new children were born. The story became a whisper, except to Kalu. Kalu was different. From childhood, he heard drums when none were playing. At night, he dreamt of old men with white eyes calling his name. The villagers said he was cursed. His mother said he was chosen. But when Kalu turned 18, something changed. The dreams stopped, and the drum sounded for real. It was midnight, no moon, no wind. Then, boom! Slow, deep, alive. The ground trembled, dogs howled and fled, babies screamed in their sleep, and every elder in Umu-Ala sat up at once, cold with fear. The drum! It cannot be! We buried it! But Kalu was already awake because the sound was coming from inside his chest. The return of the ancestors. By dawn, strange things happened. An old blind man suddenly saw again. A dead palm tree sprouted green leaves. A widow heard her husband call her name. And at the village square, a stranger appeared. He looked young, but his eyes were ancient. He spoke only one sentence. "You have forgotten who you are." Then he vanished. The elders knew the truth. The ancestors had returned. The terrible truth. The spirits revealed themselves through the village diviner, Mama Engele. Shaking, foaming, possessed, she cried out, "Umu-Ala broke its covenant. You buried the drum, but you buried your conscience with it." Blood injustice cries from the earth. A secret was exposed. 50 years ago, the elders had sacrificed an innocent child to seal the drum, not a ram. That child was Kalu's father. Kalu collapsed. His destiny was sealed before he was born. The choice of blood. The ancestors demanded justice, not revenge, justice. The drum must be played one final time to cleanse the land. But the cost was clear. The drummer would not return from the spirit world. No elder volunteered, no chief stood forward. All eyes turned to Kalu, the son of the sacrificed, the boy who heard the drum before it sounded. The journey between worlds. At midnight, Kalu stood in the evil forest. The drum was unearthed. When he struck it, the world split open. He walked among heroes, traitors, forgotten mothers, crying children. He met his father, and his father smiled. Some sacrifices plant trees whose shade we will never sit under. At sunrise, the drum fell silent. Rain washed Umu-Ala clean. The dead returned to rest. But Kalu did not return. Instead, a new Iroko tree stood where the drum once lay. And sometimes, when the wind blows just right, the tree beats like a drum. A people who silence their past will hear it again, louder. Until today, elders warn, when the drum calls, listen carefully. It may be calling your name.
On this day. Hi. Okay, are you serious? They can even actually record using this app. Oh, such a babe and more. Oh, this is